Hey everybody, this is Sean. I'm in a white shirt right now against a white backdrop because I'm about to turn 35 years old. And I saw R. Kelly do 45 minutes singing about his life, and I thought it was, if brilliant isn't the word, then it's definitely dumb. And I love all things dumb. And I was like, I should do that for my 35th birthday. So what you're about to see is me doing my life in song for 35 minutes for my 35th birthday. And I hope you enjoy. Thank you. Are we rolling? Are we rolling? Are we rolling? Are we rolling? This is my life. This is my life. I'm Sean Smith, and this is my life. 1981, Louisville, Kentucky, East Side. Boy, man, I tell you what, I've seen some things. I've seen some things, a whole lot of things. Just coming up in the East Side of Louisville, it's been a wild ride, 35 years, 1981, mom, dad, two brothers and two sisters, and I was 10 years younger than my next closest brother. I was an accident. My mom and dad said, oops, and I pulled up, and then my brothers and sisters were all like, how did that happen? I remember clear as day. I was like, wah. Man, I always wanted to be like my brothers and sisters. They were always so cool, I remember watching my brother shave, and man, I was just like, I just want to learn how to shave, get those sides. And right then, I had it. I said, I got it. I know what I'm gonna do. So, 4 years old, I was just watching my brother shave. He left, and I didn't have any hair on my face, so I shaved off my eyebrows, the right one and the left one. I had no eyebrows, so you couldn't see how surprised I was. I was like, ooh. Everybody downstairs was laughing at me, and that's the first time I really came into my comedic zone, It's when I found my inner comedy. It was all uphill after that, My parents told a lot of jokes, so I always had a good role model to follow with my dad, I can remember with my dad, he always used to make me take out the trash, and I thought that was hilarious, and thought it was so funny I never did it. I can also remember with my brother, he used to beat me in NBA Live 95, and it was tough, taking a lot of losses that young, but that's one of my theories. You can't lose unless you win the game, right? So in order to win, you first have to lose multiple times, over and over and over, and then eventually you'll play somebody who's worse than you and you might win. And I learned that from my brother. So thank you. Thank you for that, I remember playing with my niece. My niece's named Michelle, and she's really talented at doing people's hair. My niece, one time, we were playing this game where we spun around in circles and circles. We just went around in so many circles you would think that we were the number 8. And Then I remember she threw me through a window. And I was looking up, and I remember, man, if I can survive this, I can survive anything. You know, if anybody out there's ever been thrown through a window, and you know, hey, you know what it's like, right? You just look up in that serene moment when you're like, I could have died, but glass isn't made of steel or spikes. And that's important. And that's what we all need to remember. Glass isn't made of steel or spikes, you know? That's why we can look at TVs and not get hurt, you know? That's why we can stand on buildings, because they're not made out of weak glass that your head can go through. That's why I attribute a lot of my comedy. A lot of my comedy is through pain, you know? Really hard moments. I can remember, you know, trying out for basketball practice. It was 1994. It was tough times. And everybody came out, and I just knew I was going to make the team. And, you know, I had all of my gear, my Jordans, you know, shirt was right. And I came outside ready to practice, had the ball in my hand, I was dribbling, and I looked around at everybody, and they were laughing at me. I said, wait, why? Why would everybody laugh at me? And that's when I realized that all of the black kids had on really long shorts, and my shorts were still John Stockton. I don't know if you've ever been a black kid with short shorts, but I'm here to tell you that it's not easy, folks. That ain't where you want to be. Short shorts have ruined me. Short shorts have ruined me. Short shorts have ruined me. And now I can't play basketball. So I had to find another source of my energy, another way, another outlet. So I decided to ride a bike. Riding bikes. Something all little kids do. Got my first bike, 13 years old, Lynn Station Road. I was the hottest kid on the street with a bike. It was a Huffy. It was kind of a Huffy. It was a Uffy. The H had been rubbed off, but it still rolled forwards and backwards. And my dad was teaching me how to ride a bike, and my brother and all of his friends were outside. They were playing basketball. We playing basketball. We're playing basketball. And, you know, I wanted to show off for my brother. I love my brother Raymond, and all of his friends playing outside. And I was like, man, if I could just get this bicycle down, just get this moment together, I'll be good, you know. And my dad let go of the bike, and he was saying, go, Sean, go. And I said, yeah, I got it, you know. I got it. I was excited. I had 2 wheels. I was rolling, doing great. And I wanted to do a drive-by. Zoom, meow, zoom, meow. Woo, I'm driving my bicycle. I'm driving my bike around the block. I'm the fastest kid. And then I hit a mailbox right then, right in front of my brother and his friends. And they all laughed at me, and I said, hey, maybe one day I'll be a great comedian. I don't know, but I know my face hurts, you know? But that's one of those lessons I learned. Anytime you're riding on a bike and you get hit by a mailbox, you got to get up off the ground, right? And that's a lesson that I take throughout my entire life, you know? Anytime, listen to me, anytime somebody out there drives their bicycle and you get hit by a mailbox, get up. Life is too short, baby. We can't just lay on the ground after we've been hit by a mailbox. Mailbox don't move. Bicycles do. And if you get up and believe in yourself, that you can make that bicycle get up and believe in itself, then everybody who's watching you will believe in yourself. And then y'all can believe together. You know, it takes a strong group of people to believe for believing to happen. Martin Luther King said that a long time ago. It was undocumented, you know, but I believe that, you know. So anyway, back to my strolling comedy. I had a lot of accidents, ran into mailboxes, shaved off my eyebrows, couldn't color in the lines for shit. Man, some good times. I remember couple skating, Champs roller rink, corner number 3. Everybody getting Coke, but not the ones that go up your nose. I'm talking about Coca-Cola, You got a lot of kids out there showboating, jam skate. Here's the thuggish, ruggish bone. And it was. And everybody knew it. And you skate around, and you just hope that somebody sees you skating on one leg, right? Because that way they know that you're the best kid there. Because can't nobody skate on one leg. If you fall, then they know you're not the best kid. But one leg skate, jam skate backwards, you the man, right? I was in Champs, and they had couple skate. And I fell from the sky. Because, you have to be able to skate together with people during couple skate. So I skated around the outside during couple skate, hoping that somebody would see me and say, hey, he's single. He's a single 4-year-old, 5-year-old, 6-year-old, He's going places. When can I go places with him on the skating rink so I can get a Coca-Cola when the skate game come up? And, I can just remember, man, how come all these girls had guys? And that's when I found out that people dated, even in 5th grade and 4th grade, So it took me a long time to find my first girlfriend. I think I found my first girlfriend probably my junior year of high school. I remember she's a sweet girl, real sweet girl. She was a cheerleader, really nice. We stayed together for about 2 years after we were together. She broke up with me when we were at UK, and she took me to this empty room, and she let me down. She said, you know what? There's nothing wrong with you. I just don't want to be with you anymore. So we have to not be together. And it was sad, right? And I remember I had on this yellow sweater, and I can remember feeling so sad and upset at myself. And then the UK football team got off the elevator and saw me sad with a yellow sweater on, and they all made fun of me all at the same time, They said, he weak, bro. Look at him. He got on yellow. Who wear yellow? That sweater too big. You weak. And I was. And I remember thinking right then, hey, it can only get worse from here, right? So I really had to work hard at everything I did after that, because I wanted comedy to be my life. I realized I had a gift. I could make people laugh when I was having a bad time. That's a good thing, right? You can't just make people laugh when you happy. You have to make people laugh when you sad. I don't know why you do, but it's a part of life. And that's the part of life that you need to know. Laughter is the key to life and to other doors open that we can't see. If you have a key, you have to share it with people, otherwise they're locked out. I'm trying to get people in the door. Locking them out means that they're no longer in the door with you, behind the door, inside of the door, together, believe. So I went about my life trying to help people and make people happy and do different things to bring joy to them. I've seen a lot of things. I can remember one time, I saw my brother fall down all of the stairs in my house, and how funny that was. I can remember being 4 years old. I was 4 years old, and my brother used to make me do impressions of Ren and Stimpy. Ren and Stimpy. Yeah. I can also remember people laughing at me one time where I was trying to give this girl Warhead. You guys remember Warheads back in the day. And I gave her a Warhead, and I didn't tell her it was gonna burn her mouth. And I thought I was playing a joke on her, and I gave it to her, and I blocked the water. I didn't want the water to get in her mouth, so I was blocking it. I was blocking the water, and she kicked me straight in the balls. Balls! Oh, balls! Straight in the balls! And I crumbled on the ground, and I remembered I need to do something different with my life that was gonna mean something to people. And it can't be giving people warheads, kicking them in the balls. It had to be more, you know. I really had to do something because I wanted to turn all of my defeats into victory, right? So after college, I went into working at Maryhurst, which is a place where you work with girls with high-end issues. Sometimes they're scarier than others, you know. I can remember being there, and a girl told me that she was gonna spit on me till I drowned, which is deep, you know. I've never been told before that they were gonna spit on me until I drowned, especially not in a pool or any place that would withhold water. It's a weird comment to make. I worked there, and I can remember our job was to keep the girls from doing things that would get them in trouble. And one of our jobs was keeping them from running off of campus. We had to make sure that they were safe. If they ran off campus, we had to call the police. They were out of our control, and we wanted to make sure that they were safe at all times. So a lot of times I would run them down because I cared about the kids. I still work with kids, love kids. And I wanted to make sure that they were safe. So one of the girls got away. She was AWOL. And they called me on the radio and said, "Sean, we have a girl. She's AWOL." Oh, no. Oh, no. Why has this girl gone AWOL? Why has she run away? Why has she run away? So I had to go as fast as I could after her. And the whole time I'm thinking, man, I gotta get her. Chot, 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 running, running, chot, 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 running, running. And I got to her. And we on the edge of the street. We right here. And I look out, and there's cars, and they're going by zoom, zoom, zoom. Didn't want her to run over and get hit by a car. So we do this thing at Maryhurst called Safe Crisis Management, which means you have to hold them steady and keep them together safely so that they don't hurt themselves or somebody else. So I grab her. She's skinny. She's quick. She knows how to get out. So I'm holding on to her, right? We fighting at this point. I'm holding on to her. Hold on. Hold on, girl. Hold on. She's fighting me. So I finally grab a hold of her. And at that time, I'm thinking, man, I really can't let her go. I need help. What can I do? Y'all, I needed help. I needed help. I needed her to know that I was there for her and I was safe. But at the same time, I couldn't keep a hold of her. So I'm worried that she's gonna break free and get across the lines, and she's really gonna be in danger over there because there's a lot of dangerous people who live in the neighborhood next to Maryhurst. So I'm worried for her, and I'm trying to hold on to her. At this time, a car pulls up. Skirt! Man gets out of the car, and he goes, "Oh my God, do you need help?" And I went, "Yes." And then I realized he was talking to the girl because she was a small little white girl. And he thought that I was trying to kill her on the side of the street. And that's when I found my soul, y'all. That's when I found my soul. She ended up being all right after I explained to the guy that I was not in danger. He called the police. I had to explain to them I wasn't the danger. And it was weird because, you know, she's a little skinny white girl. And that can be tough to understand. You know, a lot of times people say, "Sean, would you change anything?" And I say, you know, no. And they say, "Why?" And I say, why are you asking? And they say, well, I'm curious. And I say, well, why are you, what had made you curious? And then they say, well, think about it. And I say, well, I don't, just you asked the question. Why am I thinking about it? And anytime people have asked me that question, I just say, I'm so lucky to have the parents and the teachers that believed in me. Because other than that, I don't know where I would be. So changing anything doesn't make any sense, because if I change something, the butterfly effect could happen. And then, I could be standing right here in front of you instead of sitting down right here in front of you. That would be so weird, right? I could look in a mirror and see a Native American, right? And I'd be like, how? Anything can happen. If I change one little thing, you just want to make sure everything is consistent through life. You don't want to go back and say, if this would have happened or if that would have happened, because if those things would happen, maybe dinosaurs would still be around, And if dinosaurs are around, then how am I going to drive my Dodge Stratus? Can't, won't, So I try to keep it a level ground, I got a lot of people ask me, like, Sean, did you get bullied? And it took me a long time to realize that I didn't get bullied. And it was because I was actually the bully. And it's really hard to get bullied. It's hard to get bullied. It's really when you're the bully, And I wasn't a big bully during my life. I think it was more about just picking. I thought I was picking with people, and instead of picking with people, I was picking on people. It was all on accident, Somebody would walk in and I'd be like, hey, look at his shirt, and everybody would laugh. But I really just wanted people to notice his shirt, So he felt the people that I was making fun of, I wasn't trying to make fun of you. I'm sorry if I hurt your feelings. I just thought you had a nice shirt on. But I have a gift of humor. And that's the curse, is that sometimes people are collateral damage, Just like a car accident, just like, if you throw a rock at somebody's head, it's collateral. What happens is pain. But pain is life. And life is what comes after you're born, depending on who you talk to. It's political, but I think it's a lot of things that have brought me to this comedic moment. I can remember watching In Living Color. You can do what you wanna do. Anything you wanna be, it's up to you. And I can remember laughing at that. I can remember being at church, and I would always laugh at people who would sing Amazing Grace, because it was almost like they just wanted to perform Amazing Grace and not really sing to anybody. So I would be at church and I would hear someone go, Amazing Grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost. Now I'm found. Was blind, but now I see. And that's what made me laugh at that point in time. I can remember giggling like a big schoolgirl, because I was probably about 13 at the time. So I was bigger than most schoolgirls, but still small enough to laugh, I can remember laughing at my teachers. You know, I think that's the most important people to laugh at are the people who are in charge of your well-being. Because what do they know, right? And I remember laughing at my teachers because one of them had, I think, PTSD, and he would jump on top of a table. His name was Burrow Meyer. Burrow, if you're watching this, I love you, man. He would jump on top of tables, and he would go, God, 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 and we would all laugh at him. And there would be nothing that would happen that would make him jump on top of the tables, but he was fantastic at teaching science. I can remember laughing at music class. Music class was very important to my humor growth because, man, we would sing really old songs that didn't make any sense at all. I can remember it was a Native American song that went, go, my son, go and climb the ladder, go, my son, go and get your feather, go, my son, make your people proud of you. Nobody in that class was Native American. Nobody in that class knew why a Native American man was climbing a ladder to get a feather. But we learned melodies. We learned how to make our teachers cry. Shout out to Miss Bogo. She was fantastic at weeping. So, you know, I had a lot of comedic influence. Naked Gun. I was a really big fan of Naked Gun. Glasses upside down. I love the scene in Naked Gun where he was singing the national anthem. And I remember laughing at that. I think my favorite part of that was when he said, oh, say, can you see? Da, la, 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 la. Which then eventually got him to going, a bunch of bombs in the air. And I remember laughing at that too. Leslie Nielsen was an amazing comedian, comedic actor, I should say. Big influence on me. But yeah, comedy was one of those things I just kind of lucked into. I wouldn't even say that was my intended profession. It was one of those things that just kind of happened, you know, just like me running into the mailbox. Same thing. Sometimes you just run into life and you got to get up and keep doing it. My first real bomb was I had been doing comedy for a year, and I tried out for Def Jam, which was a huge mistake. If anybody's watching this, you can hear how not Def Jam I am. And I tried out for Def Jam. I tried out for Def Jam. I tried out for Def Jam. I tried out for Def Jam, and I bombed, and it was really bad. I tell you what happened. Spike Davis was hosting, and there were two people in front of me. Both of them didn't do so well. And Spike Davis talked to the crowd in between. He said, hey, you guys didn't like those two. I know you guys didn't like those two. I could see. So if you don't like what you're hearing, don't say nothing at all. So when I tell this next joke, you all stay quiet. Let's practice. Hey, a man walked into a room and he looked at a broom and the broom was like, nigga, what you doing here? Perfect. You all were quiet. Now let's practice one more time. Man, look at his shoes right here. His shoes look like he bought those shoes from another place that don't sell shoes. That's perfect. So anytime y'all hear somebody that y'all don't like, all y'all gotta do is stay quiet. And that way they can't come back. Because if you talking to them, they can come back at you. You say, look at the shoes, and they like, you weak. The next you say, you weak, and then everybody laughs. Don't give them that out. Just stay quiet. All right. All right, next up, Sean Smith. And I was like, oh, no. Not me. I can't go after he just taught everybody in the audience to be quiet. So I got my confidence back, and I said, you know what? Doesn't matter. I'm going to go up. I'm going to do my set. I've been doing comedy for a year. I'm a veteran. I know how to do this. I got this. I got up on stage, and I said, look, do my first joke. I'm going to get a laugh, and I'll build on the momentum. Did my first joke. Got a little laugh. So I was like, I'm good. I'm all right. And then I did my next joke, and it was complete silence. Then I did my next joke, and it was even more silence. And then I did one more joke, and the lady in the front row, I can still see her face, said, "You doing good, baby?" And I was like, oh no, this is the worst case scenario. So I was about to do my next joke, and right as I do my next joke, the Sandman comes out to come pull me off the stage. Now, for those of you who don't know who the Sandman is, at all black shows, there is the potential that you will do so poorly that a man will come on with a sheep herding thing, wrap it around you, pull you off the stage, and then shuck and dive back off the stage like this, and then walk off. So I got Sandmaned off in front of so many black people, and it felt very similar to the time where I came out and saw that I had on the smallest shorts ever when everybody else was wearing Michigan level shorts. And I felt like there was like a black newsletter that was going around that I just kept missing, where people were like, hey, this is what's happening in the hood. And it just never made it to the east end of Louisville, so I would just miss out. Like I was always a day late. Like I didn't know what I was when the people would say, are you about it? Are you about it? Are you about it, about it? Are you about it? Are you about it, about it? And I didn't know what it meant. And so I would just always say, yeah, but then I was afraid that meant that I had to kill somebody. It was a rough time growing up in the East End is what I'm trying to say. But I made it. I've made it, 35 years and all the things. All of the things I've seen. All of the things I've seen have been pretty amazing. And like I said, I wouldn't change a thing. I'm so glad for all the people that I've met along the way who've got me here. I mean, look where I am. I'm in a place with a white backdrop, wearing a leather jacket. And only that can happen if you've made it to 35 years. So, thank you for being the ground that I walk on, for being the earth to my sea, for being the sky to my bottom, for being the best of me. And if anybody out there feels inspired by this, just know that it takes a lot of effort, a lot of mailboxes, and a lot of bad pictures along the way. I took a lot of bad pictures. My brother used to laugh at all my bad pictures. I would make faces like this. And the problem is that the sun would always be in my eyes because I got light eyes I could never see, and they would always team pictures in baseball like this. And so just remember, like, no matter what you're going through, you could always go back to taking bad pictures, So again, this is my life. This is my life. I'm Sean Smith, and this is it's my life. Thank you. Before. 34 seconds, sorry. I really wanted to make it to 35, so. Let me tell you one more thing about me. I'm Scorpio, which means I will sting you. I don't know how, but I will. So don't try me. Also, the day I was born was I think it was light outside because it was about 10:34, and my mom always tells me that I was the only one who never gave her any pain, and I think that was because she's really good at lying about sweet things. So thank you, Mom. This is your birthday too. I love you, and keep planting flowers. Bloom wherever you plant it. That's what my mom always told me. So I'm trying, and yeah, fight the power. Also, if anybody wants to join me, I'm not going to be doing anything against the national anthem. I think the national anthem is great, but I am doing a protest against the Rough Riders anthem. So if anybody wants to join that, anytime you hear DMX start singing, just sit down until the police get their stuff together. All right.